Hi guys, it's me again, Tartarus Queen Dragoness, back with another video. And after a week of being away from vacation, and off of the internet, unlike some other VTuber who claimed that they were supposed to be off the internet, but never really got off the internet because they were still stuck on Twitter, farming for content and views. Um, so as you guys may have well noticed, I didn't even post Twitter ever since the last time I posted Twitter, which was, I think it was the 14th of wait, was it like July or something like that? Yeah, so about the 14th of July or 13th of July, something like that. And unlike Niara, I actually didn't do anything. Okay, but here's the thing: the entire week that I've been off of the internet, I had contemplated about the videos that I did the week prior to my vacation. And I thought and I thought and I thought to myself, you know what? The original intent of this channel was to try and literally and utterly make Mother V3 and Neurosama homeless because the internet needs to really be destroyed. Okay, now, during that entire week, I let the idea of subscriber counts and money and popularity kind of get to my freaking head. And I thought to myself, that's just a bad thing. Because I really did go back and do some research. And do you have any idea how many people have done that and have ruined their careers by being a fake person on the internet just to seem a little bit popular? I think we have Pokimane to blame for that one. Uh, yeah. And also, we have a lot of people who are just like that on the internet. And they just seem like very disingenuous people. And I think that part of the week, I was starting to crack mentally. Because I started to act very disingenuous to myself. I really have. So this week, until God knows when I start to end up having a mental breakdown again, we're going to go back to the time before I started having my mental breakdowns. And as the term, let Jesus take the wheel, I'm letting my autism take the wheel. Yep, ladies and gentlemen, things are going to get a little bit spicy on this channel. Now, here's the thing. While I have not been posting videos on the internet, I have actually been watching very diligently about what's been going on last week. And oh my god. What the fuck was going on that last week? We got the whole Epstein file situation. We got the California ICE raid in the in Gavin Newsom's state, obviously. We got the whole Rosie Bell Moo versus Demi situation. And we got a whole bunch of VTubers just up and leaving VShojo for some odd reason. We got a VTuber who's going on hiatus because she's like a people pleaser and she can't really handle the internet very well. Yeah, go figure. All the way down until I want to say about a couple of days ago, one VTuber covered this, and then Elara covered this, that somehow we have Nazi VTubers. Where did this come from? Hello? What? Uh, so that apparently is a thing. But here's the thing. I have a video that's coming out tomorrow that's gonna probably pinpoint pretty much where all of this mess is coming from. Okay? Now, I just want to tell you guys all one thing. Okay, the VTuber sphere is not that bad. Okay, it really isn't all that bad. The problem with the VTuber sphere nowadays is that I have suspected this was going to happen a while back. I'm surprised and I'm very disappointed in myself that I've not made a video about this prior to my vacation, because now, since I didn't speak up on it, things are starting to get a little bit weird with the VTuber sphere. Mainly that we're the target of many political manipulators and instigators within the VTuber space. Okay, now I'm going to tell you this straight up. I'm not going to make a video about this. This is going to be where it is. So what I suspect is that we're being targeted ever since people were thinking, oh, maybe ever since kind of like the whole COVID situation, where like everybody was inside and everybody was like looking at all these VTubers and stuff like that, yada 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 yada, so on and so forth. But in actuality, the popularity of the VTubers back then only really designated towards people in the entertainment side of VTubing, which, entails people like Mori Calliope, Project Melody, Iron Mouse, those like superstar Hollywood versions of VTubers. But it wasn't until like towards the end of the COVID situation where we started to see a little bit more of a diversity of the VTuber sphere, which ultimately landed us with Kershey. I think that's perfectly fine. I have explained it in that video about my week during that week, where VTubers should try to work and blur the line even a little bit more. Unfortunately, blurring the line doesn't mean getting into becoming a VTuber that's not gonna be very well liked. And apparently, that VTuber group, at the recording of this video, which is about Saturday, has already started to disband before they even officially debut as a group, because of one particular VTuber. So, I mean, I guess DOA? Really? DOA? Are we going to DOA on a VTuber group? Probably not. I have a feeling that the very controversial figure is going to be coming out. Now, the thing is that we are at a time where there's a lot of political strife, and the VTuber sphere has essentially adopted that in their content, simply because the gaming sphere kind of sucks, okay? And we're all in a very tight and very pinchy situation to where we're scrambling to find content to monetize and live off of, okay? So that's the thing. But to go down that road, no. That is completely and utterly not necessary. And that is something I will not support. Yes, back in the day, it was hee hee ha ha kind of jokes. I think I saw a little bit of a clip of a old Donald Duck cartoon, where Donald was on the weapons or like bullets line, and then he was like, saying, "Heil this guy, heil that guy." Back then those were like the type of jokes, right? But nobody really had the, I guess, cocomelon brain back then, or the immoral gumption to make that a reality and turn everybody into Mustache Man followers, basically. So that was a good thing. Unlike today, where, I mean, let's face it, we all got cocomelon brains, or a good good majority of people, or a good amount of people, have cocomelon brains. So that's apparently a thing. But yeah, I'm Get Back, guys. I'm gonna be talking about some stuff in tomorrow's video. I'm probably not gonna be covering the whole Nazi VTubers. One, because, well, they don't need the attention. And two, unless they really do something very, very stupid, I mean, there's no sense in me even covering them at all. I mean, I did say that, unless something really, really dumb happens, I'm gonna say something. You think Nazi VTubers is dumb? Really? That's not the type of dumb I'm talking about. I mean, it's dumb. It's borderline dumb enough. But since they're disbanding and falling apart already, I don't really need to cover them. So I'm not covering them. But in any case, welcome back, me. I'm all fresh. I'm going to try to be a pain in the ass as much as possible to the real enemies of the internet. Okay? No, I don't mean Rev or Nyara or anything of that nature. No, I'm probably going to be doing something that probably not a lot of these VTubers even have the stomach to do what I am about to do. Okay? Yeah. I mean, I'm probably gonna get like an eyebrow from Kirsch and say, have you lost your goddamn mind? So, yeah, request que te pache, and I'll see you guys in the future. But by Friday, I should be able to come back on live streaming, so that's the thing.